let's turn to the early voting, both the mail-in vote, the early vote, people showing up before Election Day, and what we know so far. I record this about the middle of the day, and so we know something about who's showing up, who's not showing up. The signs, it seems, look really good for Trump. The rural voters have seemingly outperformed by a lot. I'm hearing that in suburban areas where Kamala Harris needs people to show up in big numbers, they're not showing up, at least not yet. Things could change. Of course, we're not even halfway through the day. There's a lot of polling left to do. But here's Mark Lauder, who he basically saying, and he's saying this on CNN, the margins just aren't adding up for the Democrats in these battleground states. And if that proves to be true, that will be critical. That will be decisive. We need men to show up. If there are any men listening to this podcast, you haven't voted, that's crazy. You need to do it. And you need to do it because this is not some abstract thing you need to do for the country. You need to do it for yourself, for your pocketbook, for your family, for your future, for your family's future. This is not one that you want to sit out. If we have a 10 million delta, if women outvote men by 10 million votes, and women are leaning Kamala and men are leaning Trump, the male kind of lethargic, stay at home, I got better things to do, could cost us the election. I don't think it's going to. And I just saw Elon Musk put out a statement just about an hour or so ago that the male vote is showing up. So I don't want to suggest that I'm pessimistic at all. I'm not. But we do need people. At the end of the day, it's not just polls. A poll is measuring opinion of people who are at home. And you actually need to convert the polls and the betting markets and all these averages ultimately need to be activated. It's like a scientist we're talking about the formulas, E equals MC square. And this was actually the statement that I remember is, we need to put the fire into the equations. In other words, it's not enough to say that the world came into being because of a bunch of equations. No, equations don't do anything. An equation is merely a statement of a relationship. E equals MC square. But E equals MC square doesn't make anything happen. It's a description of things that do happen. And that is, you have a big bang and a universe comes into being and you have flying objects